In this video, I'm going to teach you the 5 daily mistakes that most mobile bartenders make when starting out. By the end of this video, you're going to know what to do and what not to do. I'm Nikki. I am the founder of the Bartender Society, a mobile bartenders business platform. All right, so let's get started. Now, I took notes, of course, so you'll see me looking down from time to time. So the first mistake you guys make, a lot of mobile bartenders make, is purchasing things that you don't need. And when I say that, I mean you go out and you buy everything that you don't need. For instance, you go out and you get a mobile bar. You don't need a mobile bar when you're first starting out. You can actually just use a table, and it's much cheaper on Amazon. You can go get a table. You can go get a, You can go get a tablecloth made with your logo on it. So you don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money on an expensive bar. Not starting out. You don't need that. You don't need that. You do not need to go buy a bunch of props. You don't need to go get the fancy little plaque with all of your information on it. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to go stock up on tons of alcohol, because in most states, cities, you're not allowed to give alcohol anyways. You're not allowed to provide the alcohol. So you don't need to go and buy that stuff. You don't need to go out and get tons and tons and tons of mixers. You can start off with the basic mixers. Basic mixers: cranberry juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, tonic water, soda water, ginger ale, Coke, Sprite. Basic items. And you also do not have to start off by providing plastics. You don't have to provide the napkins, the straws, the cups. Not when you're starting out. You are just now getting your feet wet, so you don't have to go and make huge purchases on things that you have not yet understood how to sell. Now, when you get to the point where you are selling plastics as an add-on, great. But starting out, you're getting your feet wet. You're just actually out here taking on events. And I always recommend, when you're taking on events, when you first start out, to do bartender only. That way, the client is providing every single thing you need. All you got to do is show up. Show up with your bar tools. Now, I do recommend that you get yourself a bar tool set, because you do not want to come to a bar that's bartender only and they don't have any bartender tools. And when I say bartending tools, I mean wine openers, bottle openers, shakers, strainers, jiggers. A lot of people will not think to purchase that type of stuff. So you always want to have a set of bar tools. But all the other stuff is unnecessary starting out. You want to start out at the lowest price point as possible. And starting a mobile bar, believe it or not, you do not have to have a lot of money. So you don't have to go out and get these huge loans and get all this stuff. Go ahead and get all of this logo stuff that may or may not be what you want 6 months from now. You know, you can come up with your name. You can come up with your business concept, of course. But going out and getting a logo done and getting everything with your logo on it, 6 months from now, you may not want that. So I advise against doing that. Number 2, comparing your business to other businesses. I had clients tell me this, and I know for a fact that a lot of mobile bartenders do this. You guys go to other mobile bartender sites, and then you start to compare yourself to them. Now, they probably have already been in business a few months, a few years. You cannot compare yourself, because at the end of the day, what you guys do is personable. You're serving the public as yourself, as your business. You cannot copy that. You cannot fake be another company. That's just not how that works. Now, if you're going to other sites for inspiration, that's all well and good. But if you're going just to copy and compare yourself, I advise against that. Because comparing yourself to other businesses will make you feel like you're not doing enough, will make you feel like you need to go get all this extra stuff, will make you feel like you need to charge a certain amount, all of that. And that's not where it's at. You need to come at this as your own person, because believe it or not, most mobile bartenders get hired not based off how many events they've done, who events they've done, but who they are and how they connect with the client. If you can connect with the client on a whole different level, that could be your first event, and you can still nail it. Number 3, not being legal. I've seen so many mobile bartenders go out and, like I said, go purchase all this expensive stuff that they don't need, and they neglect the things that they do need, like a business license, certification, all of that. Having your paperwork in order, having a contract, having an email sequence to onboarding, having a script for consultations, having a proposal, having a media kit. You guys don't have any of that, but you have all the fancy things that you think that's going to get you hired. No. You need to be legal. You need to be legal. If you are out here operating and you're not legal, it's going to catch up with you. And you don't want that to happen, because you don't want to start out doing your business and then all of a sudden you're stopped in your tracks with all these fines. Because that is exactly what happens because mobile bartending is becoming very mainstream right now. They may not know exactly how to categorize you. I said that so wrong. They don't know what spot to put you in. So right now, they're putting you in a caterer's spot. When you go for your business license, 9 times out of 10, you will be classified as a caterer, right? They have yet to do mobile bartending, mobile beverage provider. They have yet to do that, but they are catching up. So you need to be legal in that sense, because you still have to pay taxes on your business. You just do not want to run an illegal business. You need to have insurance, because if you don't have insurance and you don't have the right credentials, there's a lot of places that you're not going to be able to get into. You're going to be resigned to doing backyard parties, home parties, non-sanctioned parties is what I like to call them, because these are parties that, yeah, you make a little money, but you don't make what you could be making if you were legal. Because there are some venues out here, the first thing they want to know is, do you have insurance? Do you have a license? Or are you licensed in the state that you are operating in? And now a lot of venues, they want to vet you before they allow you on their premises. So if you don't have the proper credentials, you're shooting your own self in the foot. Like, you don't have the things that you need to even get in the building. Like, scratch your skills and if you can do it or not. But if you don't have the right paperwork, then you can't even get in the building. And what that leads to, you're missing out on a lot of events because of that. So before you do anything, before you set your price, before you set your social media up, before you go out there and get a logo and go get all this old fancy stuff done, get yourself legal first. Get yourself legal. Number 4, hiring staff. I am a true advocate against not going out and hiring people as employees? Do you make enough money to actually have employees? Do you even know what having employees entail? Those are a whole type of different taxes. You have to provide workman's comp. You have to provide so much when you hire somebody as an employee opposed to hiring them as an independent contractor. And if you starting out and you don't have like a ton of events, you should be doing these events yourself. Now, when you get out there and you're having a lot of events, yeah, great. Hire a bar back. I recommend starting off with a bar back, because a bar back is someone that's basically just helping you throughout the night. And then when you get further, then you hire a bartender. But you hire these people as independent contractors because you don't have a job for them to do 5 days out of the week. You're not providing them with 40 hours of work. So why would you give yourself all this extra headache when you're just hiring somebody on a event-to-event basis? So instead of going out and hiring a full staff, first you need to get the clients. So like, even if you did hire a full staff and you have no clients, how long do you think they're going to stay with you? How long do you think the people that you hired are going to stay with you if they're not working and they're not making any money? Well, I can tell you, not long at all. You need to hire based on events. So before you even think about hiring people, you need to get some events lined up. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't go out and hire a full staff. Don't go out and hire an assistant. What do you need an assistant for? To do the work that you're not willing to do? When you're starting out, no, it does not take a lot of money, but it does take time. You pay one way or the other, and I would rather you guys pay in time rather than money. Because you should not be using your 9 to 5 to pay people for any reason. You need to put the time in yourself. And once you line up these events, then you can go to hiring independent contractors. Where do I find independent contractors, Nikki? You can put an ad on Craigslist. You can put an ad out on Facebook Marketplace. If you go to bars and restaurants, your favorite server, your favorite bartender, ask them, do they mind getting extra work? That's where you start off from the very beginning. You want to get people who already kind of know about what it takes in hospitality, especially what it takes to be a server, a bottle girl, a bartender, a bar back. You want those people. Those are the people that you need starting off. And you always let them know this is on an event per basis. Period. Even if you're going to go get, like, I'm going to get my cousin, I'm going to get my sister, I'm going to go get somebody like that. Cool, but you need to train them. But don't go out here hiring people that could possibly sue you for unemployment. Because how are you going to pay for that? Think about it. Number five is something that I constantly talk about inside of my course. Constantly. Charging your worth. You got to be in it to win it. I don't care if you started your business yesterday. There is no reason on this planet Earth that you should be charging below what you are worth. Period. And the only time I recommend you go to somebody's site is to find out what the pay rate is going in your state, your city, so you don't underprice yourself and you don't overprice yourself. And if you are scared about pricing, start off with bartender only. But even as bartender only, you should never be under $200. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be working like, what, 4 hours? Plus, sometimes. You should never go under $200. So, one of the hugest mistakes I see a lot of mobile bartenders make is they do not charge enough money. And what it does is it leads to burnout. And burnout leads to, I don't know if I should be doing this. Or I don't think I want to do this anymore. And the reason why you feel that way is because you're not getting paid enough. If you get paid, let's say, $175, and you have not factored in an extra person if needed, then you're going to walk home with nothing. Period. The only time I encourage somebody to charge $175 if it's like 25 guests. Period. Nothing extra. 25 guests. That's the only time I encourage if you feel like you cannot charge more than $175. You should not be doing 75 plus events. Hell, you shouldn't be doing 50 plus events for $175. Can somebody make that make sense to me? You can't, because it's crazy. It's crazy. So these are the 5 daily mistakes that mobile bartenders make when they start out. I'm going to recap for you guys. Purchasing things you do not need. You don't need a bar starting out. You want to purchase your bar by the money you've already made doing events. And if you have not made enough money to purchase a bar off of doing events, then you don't get one until you have made enough money, because you want the money that you make to be reinvested back into your business. You don't want to come out of your pocket for things like that. You just don't. Like, why would you go buy, even if you went on Amazon and bought the cheapest bar you could find, why would you do that when you're not getting any clients? Right. Comparing your biz to other people's businesses. Stop doing that. You know how they say comparison is the thief? What is it? Comparison is the comparisons is the thief of joy. Well, I have another saying. I feel like comparison is the thief of creativity. How are you going to find your own voice? How are you going to find what works for you? What is your specialty in your mobile bartending business? How are you ever going to find that if you're comparing yourself to everybody else? Oh, well, they have 10 bars. Well, you're not there yet. Not saying you're not going to get there, but if you're just starting out, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. I mean, it is what it is. Not being legal. That is the very first thing you should do. Once you come up with your name for your business, you need to be going to the Secretary of State or going to inkfile.com and handling your business. You need to be finding insurance for your business. You need to be getting certified. Here in Texas, you have to have a TABC. Guys, I think it was like maybe $8.95 and maybe 2 hours out of your day. Well, I'm going to go with 3 hours because you need the 1 hour to study, 2 hours to go through the full course and take the test, which is not hard at all. But you need to have a food handlers. Just because somebody may get a little stickler and be like, well, if you're handling fruit, which is AKA considered food, where is your food handler's license? You can get a safe serve license for that. But all of this needs to be in place before you step out here doing anybody's event. Before you step out here buying things that you don't need, you need to be legal in every sense of the word. Hiring staff. Like I said, independent contractors is the way to go. Please do not go out here hiring somebody as an employee if you don't have employer money to pay them, workman's comp, any of that. Don't put yourself in that box. You're not an employer right now. You are a small business owner that contracts out work to independent contractors. That's it. That's it. Charging too low. Let's have a moment of silence. I remember a girl calling me a few years ago, and she, even though I don't have my mobile bartending company anymore, I still have my business page up on Facebook. So I get a lot of calls from people all the time. And, you know, she started off with like, oh, well, I went to this party in Houston, and I think the bartender charged like $75, and we had a great time. And I stopped her like in mid-sentence. I'm like, well, let me stop you there. I don't do anything for $75. Nothing. I might make you a signature drink for $75. Might. That's a big old might. And trust me, if I do that, that's for like 15 people. $75? Yeah, no. That's a no-go. That's not going to happen. I need you guys to get outside of your head and stop counting other people's money. Like right now, I know that we are going into a recession. I get that. Everything is going up. Everything is inflated. But guess what? People are still working. And if they are having an event, they have money to pay for that event. Why should you be the lowest paid person in the entire, just say for instance, for a wedding? How much do you really think that they're paying for a photographer, a caterer, a florist? I'm going to tell you right now, a florist, not cheap. Even if you decided to go with, even if the bride or whoever decided to go with artificial flowers, if they wanted really, really good flowers, even if they're artificial, they cost more than real flowers. Don't believe me? Do your research. Go to Hobby Lobby and find out for yourself. They cost more. Way more. Way more. So why are you, as someone that is providing what I like to think, half the party, right? Because I'm a firm believer that you really ain't got no party without music and drinks. You got to have a DJ to pump out those tunes, and you got to have a bartender to pump out those drinks. Like, in my opinion, those are the two elements that you should not skimp out on. So why are you being the cheapest person in the building? Why? Personally, I think it's a mindset thing. I think it's a, oh my God, if I don't charge this much, I'm never going to get work. I need you guys to get out of that fast, quick, in a hurry, please, and thank you. Get out of that. Get out of it. All right, guys, and that is the 5 deadly mistakes that mobile bartenders make when they are starting out. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. hit the notification bell so you can catch all the videos I put out. Click the link below and check out the Bartender Society. It's probably something you could use for your business. And right now, for $388 until June 23rd, which is my birthday, until June 23rd, you can get inside the Bartender Society for $388 for life. Meaning, however long you are in business and you need help, we are here. We have a private Facebook group. Inside of the membership, you have everything you need. When I tell you, you have proposals, media kits, contracts, even contracts to work with other vendors, email templates, everything you need to run your business is inside of the society. So click the link below and get yourself in there. Get yourself in there. All right, guys, I will see y'all in the next video. Make good choices and be good. Bye.